okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I heard he's mad at me 'cause I'm getting money. I heard he's mad at me 'cause he's on me. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Rather you than me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Watkins' Rams going up against Stephon Diggs' Vikings. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think he identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Minnesota on a 5-game win streak, and here they come, led by Case Keenum. You had the game last week where they defeated Washington, and how about the performance Keenum put up?
And when you think of the Vikings, you think of defense first. But Keenum led them from the offensive side of the ball, over 300 yards passing, a 4-touchdown performance, some pinpoint throws, some throws in and out of the pocket that were just absolutely sensational. And he knows that Teddy Bridgewater is back and ready to play, but he wants to ride this thing out, okay? He said, I've been given the keys to the Ferrari. I'm going to drive it as long as I can.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So Adam Thielen had the grab there. He had 8 of those last week in the win over Washington for 166 yards.
And let's go ahead and retire the Cinderella story because he is no longer that. Probably shouldn't have been. Yes, I know he came from Minnesota State. Yes, I know he was undrafted, but he's a big-time playmaker for the Minnesota Vikings. And Case Keenum is really relying on him. A monster game against Washington.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 41 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jared Goff and the Rams on a 4-game win streak, and we're going to see their offense operate here in just a second. But for Goff individually, last year, Charles, passer rating 63.6. This year, 101.5.
What a difference a year makes, not just for Jared Goff, but for the Los Angeles Rams in total on offense. Last year, they averaged somewhere around 14, 15 points per game. Averaging about 33 points per game, and got that number against Houston this past week. But the improvement of Jared Goff, so evident in how he's played. Knew he would be the guy right from the start of this season, and really has assumed that role well.
And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. In this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Harrison Smith's play has been so good in the NFL that he demands the respect of everyone. And I remember a couple years ago when we talked about the top safeties, his name didn't come up in the first group. It does now. I remember doing a game a couple of years ago where the Rams were trying a lot of razzle-dazzle stuff. And Mike Zimmer, his head coach, pretty much said, sick him to Harrison Smith, and he ended that in a hurry. He can play close to the line of scrimmage and also cover deep.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Gurley, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the 50, it's Goff. And he rifles one incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
9 yards to go. It's third down. Here's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. It's Johnny Hecker now, an all-pro 3 of the last 4 years on to punt. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver has fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Keenum going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Here's Keenum now on second down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Green 39.
On first down, Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Murray again. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Ryan Quigley, 5th-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So the offense taking over in just a second. But, you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go 1, who would go 2, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in the second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ben Gideon from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Time running out here on the play clock. Goff, he's going to look deep for Watkins. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Sherrills. Able to avoid him at the 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Murray with a nice move. Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, 58 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Forbath out to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. You know, earlier we discussed Jared Goff's turnaround as we see the Rams offense come back onto the field. But just the Rams in general coinciding with that Goff turnaround, they're having the turnaround of maybe the NFL this year, aren't they?
They really are, because it's such a, how would you say, such a makeover of the offense. Everyone knew the defense was pretty good and has been for a while, but they couldn't sustain because the offense wasn't giving them anything. Well, this year, they got 3 wins by 30 or more points. They'd won 3 by that number in their previous 213 games. They scored 40 or more points 3 times this season already. They've done that 3 times in their previous 161 games. That's more than 10 seasons, my friend.
Yeah, the stats are amazing. And just because I didn't say turnaround enough when I teed you up, I just want to say it one more time. What a turnaround for the Rams.
And makeover.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And the big tight end shifting around. On first down, it's Gurley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play action. It's Goff. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going, and they've got it here with a first down. Red zone opportunity. On first and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To throw on second down is gone. And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. To throw is gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Sammy Watkins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
And that one makes it 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On second down, here's Keenum. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Handoff. It's Murray. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Murray. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
From the gun, it's Keenum. Room here to run. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The slot man in motion right. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Daniil Hunter. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Sherrills to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Alec Ogletree. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. On play action, it's Keenum. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now let's go. Green.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'd be encouraging his offensive line.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Forbath out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's gone. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. They'll stop troops. They're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Let's go! 319! 319! Watch quit!
Now a second down run for Murray. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. On first down, Keenum. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Second down now after the pass completion. From the gun, here's Keenum. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break here. Goff. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Vikings are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Rams just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Early in quarter one, the deep ball is on target here and is going to be caught for the touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. First and 10, Murray's going to run off the left side, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. That puts them on top by 14. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Goff's going to complete the pass, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. The Rams down by 7. 2nd and 2 coming up. On the carry, it's Latavius Murray, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The lead now at 11. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Time to get you back up to Minneapolis as we rejoin Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Forbath out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Keenum now on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Keenum throwing on second. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Goff now to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. 23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now a handoff for Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second down, here's Goff. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And got a man, it's Woods. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Another carry now for Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now down ball. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now Goff. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Goff. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone, but there is a flag down. This one may be coming back.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
All right, here we go.
Keenum now on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Michael Brockers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Keenum now on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. Say goodbye to Laquan Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 82 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Forbath to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Well, on that incompletion, let's discuss San Francisco. They're off the schneid. They beat the Giants, so both of those teams now 1-8. Cleveland, the only remaining winless team in the NFL.
And
again,
for them to get out of the #1 pick sweepstakes, because no one really wants to have that, right? Here's their upcoming schedule. Talk about Cleveland. Jacksonville, at Cincinnati, at Los Angeles Chargers, Green Bay, Baltimore, at Chicago, at Pittsburgh. Where's the win?
I think they're going to win this week.
You like them this week against Jacksonville?
They're at home.
I like that one. I'm identifying Baltimore down the stretch.
Oh, you got Baltimore down the stretch. We'll see. I think Cleveland, this is the week. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Play clock winding down. To throw is Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, it's Goff. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. The play clock's running down. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. the gun. Goff. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Rams on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing on third. Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Goff finding fellow second-year man Higbee for a Rams first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on second down is gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. Now Goff. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Second and 10, Goff again. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Throwing again is Goff. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Now Goff on third and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Big hookup there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So 2nd and 10 here. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Set. Green, third down.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. A dump down to McKinnon. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Keenum. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Second down now after the pass completion. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a give. This is Murray. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.